So hiding behind the Twitter and hiding behind the other shit, them days is over with, man. You know what I mean? Devin is the face, and the way of viewing boxing, the way of covering boxing, the behind the scenes, you know what I mean? That's the face. You know what I mean? How you gonna be the face and you don't never ask no questions to y'all?
Bill.
How you gonna be the face and you don't fight the people that you want to fight? How you gonna be the face and you brag about the money that you charge the people and it's a fight that it's a mismatch? Come on, man. Is that the face? Or is that the face that's pissing on your head and telling that it's rain, Sean? Is that the face that's pissing on your head and telling it's rain by saying it's the face of boxing and it don't fight nobody, right? Never fought a brother.
Rowdynationtv, welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, guys. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. Now let's get to it. That was Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney, in the beginning of that clip that you just seen, saying that Devin Haney is the face of boxing, which I have to disagree with because I think the people have decided that Gervonta Davis is the new face of boxing, right? I think we all can agree with that. And as far as him saying that Gervonta Davis doesn't fight any black fighters, well, the last fight that Gervonta Davis had was with a black fighter, right? And we all know what happened in that fight, right? Davis defended his WBA lightweight title by knocking out Frank the Ghost Martin in the 8th round of their fight. Davis had a 14-month layoff between the fights, but he had no impact on his power when he dropped Frank Martin with a devastating left hand to improve to 30-0, while Frank Martin fell to 18-1. So that's a disclaimer right there, saying, you know, that debunks everything that Bill Haney was saying right there about Tank Davis doesn't fight black fighters, right? Because his last fight was with Frank Martin. I think Tank Davis is the best 135-pounder lightweight champion that ever laced up a pair of gloves. And I think that since he can make 135, all the rest of these guys are clamoring, trying to get the big money fight. But as, for instance, in Devin Haney, he can't make 135 anymore, right? He moved up to 140, had one fight with Regis Prograis, and came in 25 pounds over. After, I mean, not over on the scale, but on the night of the fight, he was 25 pounds over. So I don't even think he can make another fight at 140. I think he's going to have to move up to 147, right? Now let's go through. So that, you know, eliminates Devin Haney from ever getting a fight with Tank Davis, especially around 135 or 140, right? Now, next you have Ryan Garcia. I like to call him Rehab Ryan or Nazi Ryan. You know what I'm saying? The alt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here, he's a piece of work. We already gave him credit and kudos for what he did to Devin Haney, but you cheated. You know what I'm saying? So none of that even matters. Now, and I know we are, but we can't erase what we've seen, but it don't matter. It don't count, right? And Ryan Garcia has already felt the devastating power of Gervonta Tank Davis. I've never seen somebody who got their butt whooped so bad that they turned the R word. You know what I'm saying? This guy done turned into a straight up racist. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. YouTube, I can't hardly talk all in these code words. The man's a racist. You know what I'm saying? The man done turned into a straight up racist. And so he can never just talk his way up out the bag, right? That would have been a good fight. A second fight with Gervonta Davis. You know how much money that would create and put in both those people's pockets. But his big mouth, he already done. He done talked his way out the money. He can't wait to blow the bag. As soon as he gets some money, he can't wait to blow the bag. And as far as mental health, there's a lot of people out here, Ryan Garcia, that has mental health problems. You, sir, are not one of them. I think you're just pretending and you're acting. So you, sir, can never get another fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. You don't deserve it. And the things that you said about the black community, I will not be spending money with you. And I hope Gervonta Tank Davis will never put money in your pocket. We're going to make a video about Derrick James, because Derrick James has a big decision to make if he's going to still work with Ryan Garcia after disparaging things he's said about his race, about the black race. So that counts out Ryan Garcia, right? He can never get another fight. Now, Shakur Stevenson, or Shaboring Shakur. I mean, these people got all kind of nicknames for this guy, right? Shakur wants to get a fight. Now, that fight right there is reasonable. I think that can happen, right? But I don't think it's going to happen before the Lomachenko fight. You guys already heard that we're supposed to get the Lomachenko fight in November. We're supposed to. I'm not sure if that's still concrete or not. But if we don't, then maybe we might get the Shakur Stevenson. But somebody leave me a comment in my comment section and let me know, do you think Shakur Stevenson deserves a Gervonta Tank Davis fight? I think it's gonna happen. I do think it's gonna happen, but a lot of people don't even want to see it. A lot of people just don't like Shakur Stevenson's style. He even said it in Cigar Talk. There's a channel out there called Cigar Talk, and they had an interview with Shakur Stevenson, and I mentioned it before. He said, if you're looking for a fighter that's just going to get out there, take chances, and get hit and exchange and get in these exchanges, I'm not the fighter you're looking for. I'm not the fighter that that's not me, and I'll never do that. That's exactly what he said. So the type of fights that you're going to try to see, that you see Gervonta Tank Davis in, you're never really going to see those types of fights coming out of Shakur Stevenson. He's a defensive-minded fighter first. And even when he tried to push the gas against this last opponent that he had, who, by the way, Frank Martin had beat, and he was a tough opponent. Artem Haturian or something like that. I'm sorry if I messed up his last name, but he was a tough fighter. And as soon as he tried to push the gas and walk this man down, it seemed like he was uncomfortable. He was like he was out of his skin. You know what I'm saying? But he won the fight. I've never seen somebody who won a fight and then act like the loser, because he came out of that fight and just went on a rampage tweeting people, right? So just leave a comment in my comment section. Let me know if Shakur Stevenson deserved the fight, if you think he's gonna get the fight, and who you got in the fight. I'm team Gervonta Davis all the way at 135 pounds. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And he's the new face of boxing. Now, leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me who you think the new face of boxing is, or who you think the face of boxing is. Me right now and the rest of the people that I've surveyed and I've seen all said Gervonta Tank Davis is the new face of boxing. Canelo Alvarez, he won't give Benavidez the fight. He's ducking people. He won't give Crawford the fight. He has two people right now that want to fight him, and he's ducking those two people. And I think that would generate a lot of money and say a lot about his legacy. David Benavidez and Terrence Crawford, right? One big man he could fight and one smaller man he could fight, but he don't want the public to see that, right? He don't want to give Benavidez. He doesn't want to pass the torch to David Benavidez, which I think is a shame. And as far as I know, as far as Mexican fans go, the Mexican fans I know, that they want to see that fight. And I want to see it too. And if you're a true boxing fan, you really want to see that fight. And Canelo Alvarez is denying us that fight, and therefore I think that doesn't make him the face of boxing. Even if I don't care how much money you make, that doesn't make you the face of boxing. I think the people decide who the face of boxing is. And right now, that torch has been handed to Gervonta Tank Davis, man. And like I said, until somebody can come and take the throne from Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't think that's going to happen. And like I said before, at 135, can't nobody beat Tank. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Don't get mad at Tank because he can make the weight. Don't get mad at Tank because he put these restrictions on the weight. On these weight clauses and stuff, that he make you go do the testing and monitor your weight before the fight. You see what Ryan Garcia did? Ryan Garcia disrespected the sport of boxing until no return. You see what I'm saying? He should never be able to lace up a pair of gloves again. The things that he said, never again. We should never donate another dollar, another dime to this man's pocket, right? New face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis. That's my say. Anybody got a problem with that? Leave me a comment in my comment section. Rowdynationtv. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so anytime I drop a video, we out.